It's raining again, so rain stops play as usual. I've just been out killing snails, because when it's wet like this they come out. So I just thought I'd show you. The rower slabs are up, and the holes, oops, you see that? The dug for the, turn you around, it's better. The holes are dug for the posts. Oh, across here, another one, and I think my husband's digging down to China for that one. So it's a bit of a mess because we have to have this up to stop the dogs going up over there and interfering with my stuff, and I've not got round to weeding all this yet, but and that rockery at the end has coming out. Mark's just put these here just to show me how it's going to go. He's got to get all the posts in first, but we started on the new fruit area. Hanging baskets aren't looking too bad considering they keep getting drowned. It's a nice purple. I can show you. Nice purple flower. Look at that. That's very pretty. Look at that. That one's nice. And it's purple trailing lobelia. So this pot is purple orientated. This one is pinks and purples. That one's going a bit over, but it'll be nice when it finally gets fully bushed out and looking nice in the summer. This rain's not doing them much good. And this one is mostly reds. We have like a red and white verbena, a white verbena, red, I can't remember what this one's called, but anyway, and a red little salvia. So it's not going very quick. It might get swamped out with the verbena. So that's that one. I'm stood out in the rain like a silly idiot. And this one's a mixed. We've got spotty, pink, and a yellow around that side that's looking very bedraggled. It does not like the wet, and a red over that side. I think I'm going to tread in Mark's post hole if I'm not careful here. This one is another mixed with purple in the middle, like an orange and a yellow, a bit of purple trailing lobelia. Did I say lobelia before? I meant lobelia, even that I might have said something else. And the one at the back is pinks and purples with a fuchsia in the back. I've got the white clematis in and the netting behind it. I've put a few, if you can just see down there, a few sweet peas, and just hoping the slugs don't get them. So that's coming on, and a few sweet peas I've put with the jasmine as well. I've added some more nasturtiums to this banking and some sweet peas in the corner. I've altered, if you've been watching and been moaning about that black pipe, I've altered to a little one. I found it. It was around the back of the tunnel. So this bed is definitely going to be able to keep damp, but we'll have to stop the water that runs off the garage roof going down the back of the garage, because when it hits the floor it seeps in. So we have to have this big gutter in here, but really I suppose somebody could have cut it off, but that's a job for husband, and I give him that many jobs, so he'll never get around to all the things I ask him to do. So I've added this short piece. If when we get the summer house I can get a tank just there, then I can have it running into a tank. But until then, it's got to be run onto this bed. But it keeps these like watered, so that's alright. And I think the summer house will hide this a bit, and the stuff that I'm going to have growing up here will hide it from this side, all up this side. I'm getting wet here, it's getting soaked. And the summer house will hide it from the other side, so I'm hoping it won't be too noticeable, and it'll have to stay if my husband don't get around to altering it. While I'm out in the rain, I might as well show you everything else. I've got 3 slabs down here now, so I've still got some more to dig out, but as you know, I've not been well, and I've not been recovering from this illness as quick as I thought. So things like digging and stuff's taking its toll on me, so it has to be 1 or 2 slabs at a time. I'm not really feeling any strength. So these are my mini butternut squash. Now I think really I should have only put 1 in a pot, but I've got that many and I haven't got room for all the other pots, and I didn't want to throw them away. So if they're a bit cluttered and they haven't got much room, they'll just have to sprawl all over the sides. So that's them done. And my sunflower are in there. I've got 3 or 4 more like that with cosmos and sunflowers in, and they're going to go along the bottom of my new fence. All this lot you saw the other day, it's all doing the same. My Time's had a haircut, and so as my brain today, yes, what to make comfrey, what to make my comfrey tea with. I don't know, my brain dead. We'll go over here. The cover's come off. I think the slugs have been at it, but once we get some sun, these start growing quite vigorously. If the slugs have a bit of a nibble, it not make an awful lot of difference. I've deadheaded this, and I'm hoping we're going to get a few more coming on it. We've got seem to have a ball patch now. I've been deadheading, but hopefully that will come back. My mint's coming back. It never did very well because we had a conifer here and we've cut it back. We can't get the root out because it goes underneath this bed. But it's now there's more light. My mint's coming back, and we've got little ones seeded all over everywhere. So that's what I said when I was putting these in, that hopefully the more years that I put them in the same place, the more that the seeds will reseed themselves, and I won't have to do this banking, it'll do it for me. Right, we'll move over and show you what else I've been doing. I'll have to see, I might have to move around a bit because you might see through this netting. But if you can, there's loads of lettuce in here. I'm just hoping the slugs don't find it because I've not got no slug pellets down. I'll have to get some. And my cabbage at the bottom end is coming on lovely, and so are my onions. There's just 1 or 2 not come up, but I'm hoping they'll make an appearance. But you'd seen that bed before anyway, so I'll not take the net off, so I'm going to get soaked stood out here, keep messing. Right, all this lot was in the tunnel. So you've got mostly dahlias. That one's a new dahlia and it's not come, but there is roots on the bottom of it because I had a look. So I'm hoping it will come in a bit. All the old dahlias and some of the old ones I split have come, so I'm happy with that because I thought I might have split them wrong. I think that one's the last one over in that corner to poke its head. All my different flowers, mixers are all coming. I've moved them outside. My potatoes I've moved all to the back because I've moved some wood so I can get them all across the back. My borlotti beans are doing quite well. We've had a few snail attacks in here, but they've gone for the slug pellets. Oh, I think that one's just rotted off because of the wet, because it's been so damp this last couple of days. But you can see the slugs are squirming around. Taters, more taters over there. Slugs have not been in my peas, thank goodness, so they're alright. More of my flowers, all my lilies are coming up in this bed. Some of these ones that are looking a bit bedraggled are tulips and different ones. I've dug out that bed, so they'll come up next year. These have got the cover off as well, and I've resorted to put in slug pellets round because there's that many snails in this, and they've not been bothering the courgettes, but they really have been taking the toll on me beans, the purple sprouting ones. And since I've left the top off at night and stuck these slug pellets down, we've had a big cull in snails, if you can see. Well, it's all dead snails everywhere. Saved me having to keep putting them underneath my feet. There's another couple of shells up there. Just I've got to be careful of the dogs. I'm going to buy dog friendly ones next year. Aha! I've just spotted a snail. Now just a minute, let me climb over, and it's attacking my nasturtiums, so it's going to be a dead snail. There we are. Here's a snail, look, and it's eating my nasturtiums as we speak. Got you. Come here. Here we are. Look at that. That massive, great big chunk. We've had a few in the little greenhouse, the ones at the front of the house, and it took out 5 or 6 pots of different things every night until I caught it, and it was a massive black slug. But I didn't put any slug pellets down there because of the dogs. So anyway, you young man, or girl for that matter, are going to be dead under my foot when I have climbed back out of this precarious place that I'm in. Before I climb out, look what I found. So this is the time when it's raining to get yourself soaked and come snail hunting. There we are. See if I can spot any more before I go in. I'm going to be absolutely soaked when I'm finished. A bit dark in here, so bear with me. It's a quick look in here. It's about 6, 7 at night. More courgettes. Didn't like to throw them away. I'll give my friend a load, so I decided I'm going to put these in pots, pot them up into a bit bigger pots, and just scatter them around the garden, just wherever I can find a space, because we like courgettes, and I grate them. Well, I let them grow to not quite maras, but I let them grow quite big. Then I grate them and put them in the freezer, and then all year I have grated courgette I can use in rosette. Can't talk straight because I've seen snail trail again. Oh dear, it's distracting me. Risotto. We make courgette fritters. My daughter loves courgette fritters, so they won't go to waste. Right, on the top of this tunnel, which I'm going to go hunting for whoever is a culprit, snail trail all round. So I'm going to have to find out where the blooming snail is. So I've got my tomatoes potted up again in here, as well as all the other things that I've not put out. Cucumber, there my Chinese cabbage, kale. I don't know whether I'll need any more kale. I'll put some out, I'll give some to my friend, but I've kept them just as spares, you never know. Some more tomatoes, and my fruit trees are doing well. I've put them in here. There's one outside because it hasn't got a very good root system and it can't cope with the warmth, and it started to wilt. It came with just like a tap root and it's been cut off and a couple of thin tiny roots. It was really bad, and I don't know whether it's going to survive. And these were the pots I was telling you about that I've done, and they're going to just go in front of that new fencing, and put some stakes in and tie them to the fence if they get a bit high. If you can see, if I don't just tread on everything, there is all my herbs all coming up, so they can be sorted next. These are my small tomatoes for my project that I'd got on the go, that I've not finished yet, with my, well, might as well tell you now, tomato and basil tower I'm building. I have took a few photos of what the equipment I'm using and materials I'm using, so I can put a video together later on when I get round to building it properly. These are some more flowers, but if you've noticed, the greenhouse is looking a lot different. I've moved that over there, and I bet that's where them snails are. I'm going to get round the back of there and have a look in a minute if I can see. Also in the morning I'll come to everything being devastated, but I'm getting ready for moving this staging so I can get my tomatoes and my cucumbers in here. I'm going to have some tomatoes outside with no covers. You've seen the one that I did with 3 tomatoes in a grow bag in a cover. I'm going to have another grow bag in here with 3 in to compare from the 2, because this is shaded, and I didn't think the last time I put tomatoes in here that they grew quite as well as they did in a clear tunnel. I'm going to put some tomatoes outside in pots, dotted round, to see, because I've got far too many for what I only put a few in and they all come up. So like the courgettes, just stick a pot round, probably in with the fruit and stuff, and just for an experiment to see how things grow in different parts. This area here don't get as much sun. It gets quite a bit of sun on this side in the morning, and late on in the afternoon we get a lot on this side. But when the sun is at the back there, up though, we don't get as much because of that conifer. But I thought it would be better to have it here and my beds over there because they get more sun. So that was the theory, because I can always not grow things at the back there, or stuff that I can put lettuce that don't need as much sun at the back there, and grow things more here at the front where this mess is. This bit gets a bit more sun. So a few experiments, so next year I'll know what to plant where, and I'm going to watch the position. Well, I have been watching the position of the sun, but it will slightly move as we get into the summer. These trees might not cause as much problems as it has done early on in the year. My carrots are coming up. They're doing all right. They're the little tiny ones, like little ball ones. Over here, this is the second sowing in the same box, in the same tubs, because I think the first lot of seeds weren't viable. So and I have got, I can't seem to see what I've done with it. Oh, just a minute, I'm trying not to move around too fast. I normally switch it off or edit, so I'll have to be careful swinging round. Got my lettuce underneath here. We had a slug attack, and I did catch it eventually, but it was only we putting slug pellets down on top, so there's not many left. So I stuck it on there, and I meant to move it, but it'll do for tonight. So I think that's it for the new organisation of the tunnel. These will go outside once they've picked up a bit, because I've only just put them in. Right, that's it for in here. Nettle tea, we have 2 lots already. This one, I've left the Coke bottle thing on it because my pen wouldn't work because everything was wet in here. This one has got calcified seaweed and 1 or 2 other things that I think that my tomatoes might be short of with being in a grow bag. So I've put them in a bottle with some water, and I keep shaking it up to try and dissolve it. So that's for me tomato plants in the grow bags, just in case, so I don't get blossom end rot we've got a bit of comfrey. That one had already wrote on from last year. So my comfrey's slowly producing some. So that's quite good already. I've got 2 bottles and I've got quite a lot of nettles still that's not rotted down properly in that bucket. So we should get another couple of bottles. There won't be no more nettles because I've about pulled them all up, and now I'm waging war against them and the roots are coming out. So hopefully I won't have any nettles in the garden next year, so I'll have to go hunting for nettles. But diluting it down, because you only need a little tiny bit of this in your water when you feed. This, by the time I've got another couple of bottles, they should last me all year. So I think that's it.